Hey guys, it's TRIZE here, and this is the Kee Engine build of Automation. The reason why I'm out here is to see what this game was like. From this version of the game to the Unreal Engine 4 version that is currently in support as of right now. And also to serve as a prelude to my first ever Automation video that's set to go live on November 19th at noon. So let's create a car like my other Automation to BBG builds that I do, which we got a ton of cars here that I have from the frickin' Kee Engine this here game. So let's hit on new car to see what it's like. So if you were to build a car, you could choose any of the 3 engine placements you can go right here, including a certain type of body from sedans, wagons, hatchbacks, coupes, including the wheelbases too. So let's make a basic hatchback body. So let's choose maybe this guy right here, the 5-door hatchback, and damn, that plop sound, you don't even get that anymore, like. So let's pick this wannabe BMW I could buy like a frickin' E92 or something. And not only that, you can adjust the freaking body morphing in the vehicle selector screen right here, which is kind of interesting, including the sound here too. You don't even get this dreaded sound that we got right here compared to the UE4 version of this game. This is pretty interesting here. So let's start off with the chassis type with this car, not the panel material. So it's going to be a monocoque chassis type with the, I believe, the chassis material, AHS steel, with the engine placement being a front longitudinal. For the front suspension, let's start with a McPherson strut. The rear suspension will be a multi-link with the panel material set to, let's do full-out aluminum. And okay, instead of going to the engine, we could design the car as so right now. Okay, this is interesting. And unfortunately, we got a very limited choice of headlights that we got going here. Some old school ones, modernized ones, and all that good stuff. Let's pick this bad boy. Good. I know it don't look fitting for the main grille, so let's choose this bad boy, and the auxiliary grille for the bottom here. Let's just choose this flat-ass design like that, and that really gives me a lot of memories with that loud plopping sound effect that we got going here. So that's our main grille. Let's probably do some side vents along with some fog lights up in here. So for the side vents, I'm guessing these guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot to choose from, so this seems not too bad. Widen this out, but it's like a big-ass grille that we got rolled here. So, oh, let's go through the headlights. All right, so we got the front. Let's finish things off with the automation badge. Perfect. And what's even interesting, that the side view mirrors are already in place. You don't even have to do this in the Kee Engine version of the game, but you have to in the UE4 version, which that's pretty interesting. Can you do the shift thing? No, you can't. And the rear taillights, well, might as well go something like this, because the taillights, even though I got all the mods disabled and everything for this version, there isn't much to choose from, unfortunately. Let's finish things off with an exhaust pipe, so let's probably do like a V type of engine. So let's do single dual exhaust. We go these guys right here, 2 dual exhausts, a single one, make this quite a bit smaller, a little bit more down here, and boom, that's a car. So yeah, that's how you make a car in Automation, the old Kee version of this game, but we're not done just yet. So hit next, and already, drive type. It could change into body too, the paint scheme, all that good stuff. So let's start things off by choosing, what is this? Oh, is this like the gloss material? Okay. Let's go for a dark type of navy blue type of color that we got going here. So for the drive type, let's do all-wheel drive. Now for the engine right here, this freaking, a PSH Conrods, what does that say there? Keep shut during dyno operation. Oh boy, this freaking engine designer room. Come on boys, we can put this in the new version of the game if you guys want to. So let's do a V engine, a really inline engine. So for a 3, 4, or a 6 like we got right now, except for the inline 5. The regular V engines, the 6 degree, 8 degree, or the V12, or the V flat plane V8 engine. So, oh, we gotta wait till we get a block going. So let's choose a V8 engine made out of cast iron with the bore. Let's get something here. How about a 5-liter engine, so with the bore set to 94.5 millimeters and the stroke at 81.9 millimeters, which gets the engine size to 4,999 cubic centimeters, or about 5 liters. With these types of heads, so push rod, direct acting overhead cam, single overhead cam, dual overhead cam, or a modern overhead valve. Is this supposed to be like a push rod head or something up in here? Like, what is this? So it looks like it's a push rod header that's, whoa, what the hell? It's basically just a push rod header, that's all it is. So let's do a dual overhead cam 4 valve made out of aluminum. For the crank column rods and pistons, pretty obvious. Forged steel crankshaft with I-beams. I haven't heard these in a while. Cool, the forged H-beam. Is this like heavy duty forge? And this is like lightweight forge and lightweight titanium? We'll do that and probably put some hybrid cheddar cast pistons to go along with it. So for the top end, start with VVT at all cams for now. We'll do all this a little bit later. And it's not going to be turbocharged whatsoever. So for the fuel system, we're going to be using, let's start off with a multiple electronic fuel injector with a fuel type. Start off with good old regular. And lastly, for the exhaust, all this good stuff, so let's do some short cast headers with a dual exhaust with the exhaust diameter set to 3 inches. And a 3-way catalytic converter, no first ball first, second reverse flow, and I believe we have to test the engine. Ooh, reliability issues, oh boy. So what if we had test mode? Oh, we just rev the engine as so once you click start. Okay, let's get a listen right now. So once we get up to red light, the engine and all that good stuff, I believe the column rods and the pistons begin to fail right up in here at 6,500 RPM. And once you click on stop, the engine dies down. You don't do that no more in a new version of the game. So we got plenty of room to go for our compression. Wait. There we go. Now I get a lot of freaking knocking up in here. And apparently dropping the exhaust to a, let's do 2.25 inches. Now we got a lot more power going up in here. So can we increase the engine RPM a little bit more without sacrificing anything? I think a 7,000 is a little bit too more extreme valve flow. Oh boy. I think 6,500 will do, so let's make this final. 322 horsepower at 6,500 RPM, and the torque at 320 pounds for the torque at 3,500 RPM. Not so bad for a Kee Engine build of this here engine. And now for the second half part of the video, basically for this here build, let's do a automatic torque converter. Why put torque converter for an automatic? I mean, it's an automatic no matter what. An automatic 6-speed, but the top speed set is showing around 144 miles an hour. Let's do 130, 141 will do. Keep the differentials open, and the power distribution 45-55. 45% in the front, 55% in the rear. With the tire choice, choose the hard, long life tires with, let's increase the tire. What? Okay, game. Put some 17-inch rims, 650mm tires up in here, and boy, these damn things are pretty small. 175s. Really? 185s in the front? That's small for an SUV! And we got a little bit of choice of rims, so that, alloy rims, and keep on going. So for the brakes, solid disc 2-piston with the, okay. So we got the racing pad type, comfort pad type like we still do nowadays. So for the brake size, let's do 285 starting off. No, 290s. Okay, solid disc 1-piston, make it a 260 in the back. And for the under tray and all this good stuff, so pretending we got an under tray, let's choose the none section with the cooling airflow kilojoules. Okay, this is interesting. So the required cooling is 201-ish kilojoules, and we got the cooling factor at 1,060 kilojoules. What if we lower this, like, to a fair amount? Let's do around, like, a 400, like, right around halfway. 400, braking airflow, 25, 24. And for the seats of this good stuff, I mean, the windows are blacked out because the 3D option, window transparency wasn't a thing back then. A 5-seater with a standard interior and a standard infotainment system with the following driver assist. We'll be using some power steering, ABS brakes, traction control, and electronic stability control with some standard 2000s safety standards. And finally, for the suspension of this bad boy, let's choose some progressive springs with some adaptive dampers and semi-active sway bars, starting off with a normal preset. Where are we at? So yeah, going over the car and all this good stuff. So what is our brakes? So we got, ooh, the rear brake force is kind of sucky, including the front ones too. So let's do some 325s. Whoa. Wait, whoa. 300 millimeters, 310 is, I think front brakes is the front brake force, and the front tires is the capabilities that the tires can hold and all this good stuff. I think that's what that is. So let's drop this down to a 36. I mean, it's okay if you go up a little bit more. Maybe a 35 would really do. And the rear brakes drop this to a 20. No, bring this to full-blown comfort setting, but we're getting some brake fade along the way. Good amount of lift that we got going here. Who even cares about that for an SUV crossover thing? Which is an SUV? Yes, it is. And yeah, so we're good about this car coming into the Model 1 Trim 1. Let's give it a name right now. In honor of my old channel, my old brand, we'll call it the JMC Stingray. The JMC Stingray SUV. So looking at the automation test track, what do we get a time out of here? Man, this map looks a whole lot different than it is right now. Wheel spin? There was wheel spin. 0 to 62 in 5.7 seconds? God damn, was this a BMW or type we got going here? You can actually hear the car skidding. Do you actually hear this in the UE4 version or what? So 2 minutes, 31 seconds, 30 milliseconds at the automation test track. So for the Top Gear test track, aka the airfield track, let's see what we got going here. I just want a time. 1 minute, 31 seconds, 20 milliseconds. It seems okay, despite having a good 0 to 62 at 5.7 seconds, like it's a freaking Cadillac 3.6 or something. And the final stats of this here car, pretty drivable, not that sporty, pretty good in comfort actually. Fuel economy, 18.3 miles per gallon for an SUV to being all-wheel drive. I'd say not that bad, seems pretty typical. It's practical, somewhat utility-wise, off-road-wise, prestigious to a certain extent, and kind of safe. Not that bad. So what if I were to look at my old cars? Let's see here. What was my first car? I think it was the Recorder or something, which is the video I'm going to show you by tomorrow. It's going to go live, and I think this is it. Revised car. This is it, bruh. This is my damn car. What started off my freaking automation YouTube career. Oh my god. So yeah, I built this car, I think, back in 2016. This here hypercar that makes 1,600 horsepower, if I show you here. Yes, 1,628 horsepower, a lot of turbo lag, so that was me back when I was a freaking teenager when I first picked up this game. It was around 2016 when I built this car, so damn. This gives me a lot of memories. How about another car before we end this off? The J3 P40, I think it's a BMW clone. Yes, it is. It's a BMW. Well, yeah, it's a BMW. 333 horsepower for an inline 6. Is it turbocharged? No, it isn't because it's not shown right there. So 333 horsepower, 8,000 RPM. Failure at every single corner for the cow rods and the pistons. So, yep, that was me back when I was a kid. Not knowing how to make a damn engine in this game. So that'll do it with Automation, the car company Tycoon game with the Kee Engine version of this game. So, yeah. This gives me a lot of memories that you can still access the Kee Engine version of the game. All you have to do is go to your Steam settings, basically the game settings, the game properties, and go into the beta screen and click on like the legacy version, Kee Engine version, and let that download and load in the Kee version, and then you're right here. So yeah, a big difference, a big move forward going from this version of the game to the Unreal Engine 4 that is still being developed to this day. And for those who are interested in this type of content, please be sure to like and subscribe so you'll miss out on any videos like this in the future, including my automation to BeamNG Drive videos too. So this is TRIZE rising up and signing out.